All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hope that's kind of lenient timing, but today I come to you with another yap session. It's been a little while, I know, but I have some topics I want to yap about today. Uh, to starting off with a question. My question is, why do you people walk so slowly in the hallways? Hmm? Can someone like tell me why you people like to walk at a literal snail's pace on the hallway? Hmm? Can someone tell me? Like, it's mostly couples too, which I can understand. I understand. You only get to see them, or sometimes you only get to see them a limited time in the day. I understand, but at the same time, I don't care. I don't care. Like, there is no reason I have to decrease like my leg length, like how far I'm moving my leg to, like, I'm literally waddling. Like, when I say slow, I mean like slow. Like, I can handle like slow, slow walking pace. They aren't walking. Alright, I don't even know how they look natural when they walk that slow. Like, it's not walking. It's not walking because I literally have to like waddle. Like, I'm moving, my feet are literally moving inch by inch. I could not I could just like slide my feet on the ground and I would be going faster than they go. Hey, there's no reason you should be going that slow. And then they take it the whole hallway, bro. Like, at least like go to the far end, bro. Like, they just sit in the perfect spot to cover up every angle, bro, so you can't get past them. Like, what is wrong with you people, bro? Like, get out of the way. Walk slightly faster. I'm not saying you gotta like start speed walking, like, but I know you can walk like a little bit faster than what you're doing right now. Freaks, all right, absolute freaks. And I'm not saying I have anywhere to be. And we have 6 minutes to get to our periods. I'm not worried about being late. You're just walking too damn slow. All right. On to our next thing, which is a kind of a longer thingy. It's about my robotics class. All right. And so I'm in robotics too, and we have a project. This project is we have to create a kind of a Roomba type thing, a Roomba bot. Our assignment is we have these 4 balls in this arena, and we have to either pick them all up with the bot and like keep them in place. So, basically clean up the arena from the balls, pretend the balls are like trash and the bot is a Roomba. Or we just have to put the trash in a corner. So we have to use the bot to push trash into one corner that we get to choose. Yeah, okay, buddy. I'm not killing that thing, bro. And I had some pretty hard-working looking individuals on my team. I thought it's about to be sweet. Okay, so first task, we had to create a rough draft on, right, basically a blueprint on Tinkercad, which Tinkercad is basically just like a 3D work plane where we could just build the bot without having like screw. You could just build the bot digitally so that it's easier to build it not digitally, which, first of all, awful, by the way. Tinkercad is awful on a Chromebook where you don't have a mouse. It's the worst thing ever. I want to never do that again. And most time I bring my mouse to school, which I could have done. I just didn't think about doing it until like the last day that we had to do it. So that was great. But anyway, yeah. So I was building that. Yeah, I was having fun. I was just kind of just free balling. I was building a bot that it would drive, it would work, and in theory, it could actually complete the assignment. But I wasn't too focused on that. I was kind of just hoping my team members were doing it. Not even hoping. I knew my team members were gonna make something. They're gonna cook, okay? So come the day that our blueprints are due, and I see that neither of my two dudes have made anything. Are these anything of worth? So by default, and we're gonna choose one of the 3 designs. And so by default, my shitty little design, I got picked. And if I'm not lazy enough, there'll be a picture on the screen of that right now. Um, big bro, big bro, what is that? What is that? Okay, but there's a theory behind the madness. Okay, I know this doesn't look like a Roomba, and this doesn't look like anything that can hold 4 balls, which are pretty big, by the way. I know it doesn't look like it, and it's because it can't. Okay, my idea for the bot was that it would detect because you use these like sensors, these color sensors that would detect the color red because the balls are red, and then it would go towards the balls. That was the idea, or okay, it would go towards the balls, and I went with the just put them in the corner route. That's what I went with. So it would go towards the balls, and it would push them, and it would pick them up, and then kind of leave them in the corner because there was no room to pick them all up. So it would just leave them in the corner. But that's on paper, okay? That's on paper. But the problem is that we also had to code that. And buddy, I took JavaScript once, cheated my way through that, barely got a D still. Like not D, I know I passed. Like probably like a C minus. And I hated it. Then we take robotics 1. Coding was a little bit easier in that class because it wasn't like a dedicated coding class. Still didn't like it, still hated it, still cheated my way through it. ChatGPT on top. And then come now, we have to use a whole different, like, we have to use Python, which is just entirely different from everything else we've been doing, by the way. Which is just great. I love that for me. Love that. So I have no idea what I'm doing. And so I didn't know how to have the creative freedom when doing this. I didn't know how to make what I wanted come to life. I didn't know how to make the bot do exactly what I wanted. And it was just really hard. So I just used ChatGPT, and basically I just went with, well, it's basically this is what I said it would do. It's just I didn't know how to do the final part, which was get the balls in the corner. So the code I made, or ChatGPT made, was the bot would spin around very slowly and had to be extremely slow. These spinning around had to be extremely slow because the color sensors sucked. Okay, like the ball, like it needed to detect, or I don't know, you just had to be extremely slow with it, and the ball needs to be in like 2 centimeters away from the sensors for it to actually get picked up. So the sensors, or so the bot needs to spin extremely slowly so that it could even detect the ball if it was in the radius. But in case it wasn't in the radius, I figured that I would just make the bot randomly move forward a little bit every now and then. Randomly, by the way. Remember that, randomly. And also it would cover ground. So eventually, it's gonna find a ball. It's gonna go towards the ball. It's gonna ram into the ball, ram into the back of the. It's gonna ram into the arena walls. It's gonna pick the ball up, and then that's kind of where it ends. Okay, I didn't know how to actively put it in a corner, and in hindsight, I feel like that's kind of impossible, to be honest. Like with what we're given, maybe not with what we're given, but with my design, impossible for sure. Like no, not even this that. With what we're given, the knowledge we have, like as a whole, in terms of coding, I feel like it would just been impossible to make that happen with any bot design. So we were cut from the start. This wasn't working from the start, but we did try to improvise. As I'll show you a picture of the finished design here. And the finished design, we have these like 2 metal rods on the front. So the idea was we would just scoop up the ball, and because we had no wind condition, by wind condition I mean you know, being able to put the ball in the corner. Because we didn't have that, I decided that it would be better to rely on luck instead. So we put those big metal like thingies on the bot, so when it drives forward, it would scoop up the ball, and it would just kind of carry it around with it. We had the sensor on the wings, so once it did go towards the initial ball, it wouldn't detect that same ball again. So, I think I remember anything this year. It's not a meme or funny number. One of my least favorite numbers is 36 because I hate both of those numbers. 3 and 6 are just, they feel like cocky numbers. I don't know how I feel like. I feel like, I don't even remember. I just don't like the numbers 3 and 6. Anyway, yeah. So it wouldn't. So we would drive forward one ball, and then the ball would kind of go to the back of the ball or the back of the little mechanism, so that it wouldn't get detected again. And so the ball would spin around, and basically we were just hoping that over time the bot would are my inquisitors invisible? I don't know. Anyway, over time the bot would end up getting the balls in the corner. But that did happen. That did not happen. Well, we got one ball in the corner, which was great. Yeah, we got 1 out of 4 points. That's brilliant. But yeah, overall, we were just doomed from the start. Everybody else made, or not everybody else, but most people made a design where they would, it was basically the same thing as what I did, where they would have a bot, it would detect the ball, and it would drive forward, ram into the side of the arena, and so the ball would go into their little like area, little pocket, and the ball wouldn't be able to leave that pocket without like sufficient force. So the ball would stay in there, and then the ball is free to go find another ball without the initial ball falling out. And they basically created like an actual Roomba. Like, but it looks so, it was so easy, but I just didn't. My group just didn't come up with that design in time, and we had to stick with my design. And my design was just, it was doomed to fail from the start. So yo, I'm cooked. What do you want me to do? I'm cooked. Alright, what do you want me to do? And yeah, nothing, got nothing. They got 1 out of 4, which really hurts actually, because the same class, the class isn't hard. Okay, today's failure was just, or this week's failure was just a product of me half-assing a bot design because I thought my team members would come up with something better, and then they didn't, and so we had to go with mine. And then yeah, it's just a little mistake. But overall, the class isn't hard. Okay, the projects we've gotten so far, they're not hard. Okay, they're not hard at all. The only problem is that, well, it's not hard, but for some reason everybody's grade is like a C. That's not for some reason. It's because the teacher has this rule where if there's like we have these kits that, you know, we use to make the bots, and if any of those pieces from the kits are on the ground at the end of the day and the teacher finds it, then we lose all the points for that day. Not like all points, you know, if you complete a project and we get the points for that, we still get the points for that. More like participation points for basically being there, doing work that day. But if he finds one singular little piece on the floor, it was basically like we weren't even there. We could have just not come to the class. Well, we would still get like a tardy or an absence, but we got no credit for being there. And he would just take it away because he found one piece. And this happened like 4 times. So now everybody in the class has a C, which is just, I feel so stupid. I feel like it shouldn't even be a thing, or maybe it can be like a thing, so you don't, so like incentivizes. I don't know how to say that word. So it like encourages us to check the floors, not drop pieces, make sure you clean up after yourself. But I feel like all the points, like literally, like we all have a C right now, except the people that have like gone above and beyond on some projects and like got extra credit. But besides that, everybody got like a C minus, which is just super awesome. Like imagine if you're like you're like a prestigious student, you've been getting straight A's. It's your senior year. You got straight A's every single year. Then you take robotics 2, and all of a sudden you have a C for basically no fault of your own. I mean, some of these pieces being like weird, like somehow you miss a piece, even if you were to like look around the entire class. If you were to be that guy that would look around literally the entire class for pieces because you don't want your grade to drop. I understand it. You don't want your grade to drop. So if you were to do that, you'd probably still miss a piece or two. It happens, and then you would get punished for that because some kid across, like literally in a whole another row of tables from you, literally across the map, you would get punished because somebody dropped a piece. And I think that is just so stupid. Like you would lose all participation for that day. I think that's stupid. Like maybe not, like I wouldn't say this all. I would say some. And the reason he doesn't just like punish the table or the group that dropped the piece is because you don't know which table dropped the piece. Initiate made a pretty good point of that. Because a piece like a screw can drop or can come from table 3, let's say, and it can bounce all the way to like table 6, or literally like 5 rows ahead of. And he had like a perfect example too, where he dropped a screw and like I don't know like where, but like say table 3, it went all the way up to like table 6. So you can't just blame one group. But come on, like you gotta be a little bit more lenient on that, dude. Like I mean, I know you have to make it to the point where people care to look around, but like I feel like this isn't the way, bro. Because I literally have a C for no fault of my own. Like I have one missing assignment, so at the very least, I should have a B at this point, and also a bad grade on this recent project. Cause well, I guess it is my fault for making a bad design, but still, that doesn't matter. So I probably would have like a solid B plus right now, but no, I probably have like a C minus at this point, which is just great. I love that for me. Love that for me. So yeah, I think that is not it. Why does my profit counter say 2 billion coins? What the fuck? Okay, bro. And anyway, I have one more topic, and it's just thing I saw. On my way to that same robotics class, actually. I looked to my right, and this guy was he was inviting this girl to homecoming. You know, super cute and awesome and all cool and stuff. She said yes. Everybody was clapping. You know, wow, that's so guys, so cool of you guys. Wow. And then I'm walking because I don't care. I'm walking to my class, and then I hear, "Yo, that's the gayest shit I've ever seen, bro. What are you doing? Yo, that's gay as hell, bro." Like, bro, this guy was just straight hating on these two, bro. It was probably the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life, bro. Like, okay, not that, but it was mad funny in the moment. Like, this guy was just straight hating, saying like, "You know, I saw him with another girl just the other day." He just kept on saying stuff like that, bro, right in front of them. Like, I don't think I've ever seen such just hatefulness in my life. And in the moment, I was like, well, at school, I was like, wow, this is like extremely screwed up, and why would you do that? And like, it's like weird activities. But now I just find it funny. Like, what would urge you to hate so vigorously? Like, it was so funny. Like, and some girls would like actually get really upset at that. Actually, like some people would actually believe that. Like, if a random dude said, "I saw him just the other day with another girl," like that would actually like spark an argument. Oh, wait, I didn't hit the mob. Oh, okay, well, whatever. I don't care. I didn't hit the mob, bro. Boy, yeah, that's just so funny. I would be so confused and angry if somebody did that to me, bro. I literally just asked this girl to homecoming, and then some guy's like, "Yo, bro, I just saw you with another girl last week." Like, oh my god, bro. Like, oh my god, you would have to get blicked down for that, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. But anyway, that's the yap session for today. like, comment, subscribe. And yeah, can I get a chimera? I've been at this for like 3 hours.